But he's gotten...
He's getting a little... He's coloring outside the lines these days.
No, he's coloring very precisely in the lines, and the lines are like a square box, and it's very boring.
Yeah.
And all the colors are monochromatic.
And superheroes are angry and talk like this.
It's very over the top. We don't trust him. The Justice League.
I don't trust that Justice League. They're up to some shady shit.
That's my whole act now. I'm gonna improv 5 minutes on the Justice League.
You're pro Marvel guy?
Okay, so
yes.
Who's all in the
I'm
Justice
pro
League?
the only company that successfully made a cinematic universe. That's the one I'm pro.
Flash, what? Aquaman, okay.
Batman,
Green
Wonder
Lantern
Woman,
is too,
Superman,
Green
How we doing, Dave?
Yeah, there's a huge
Green
one of the
Lantern?
DC
the Joker.
I'm just waiting for
All
Restream
the
to tell
good
me that
guys.
everything's streaming.
All right, let me know.
Page.
Joker, what?
And making sure the Skype
Yeah.
comedians are all
Yeah.
ready.
Oh.
We're talking
All right, cool.
Justice League.
Thanks, man.
Who's-
Let me know.
Who's all in? Do you know the whole Justice League?
Alright. We're having issues with Twitch right now, maybe, but we're gonna go to you.
All right, cool.
Alright, we're coming to the room in now.
Hey guys, welcome to Dope Fades. Good evening and welcome to our online open mic. We're a one-of-a-kind show, so I always like to explain it. We exist in the cloud. We do not have a stage or a venue. We're coming at you live from a living room right now. But every comedian on the show has the option to video call into the show. They can be anywhere. And we stream it out everywhere. We're multi-streaming right now on Twitch, hopefully. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube? YouTube's the last one. I got there.
Woo! We're on YouTube!
We got fans of multi-streaming in the house. Very good. They know a good idea when they see one. We're open, so if you guys want to submit to the mic, you're like, what is this? This stream is crazy. Please message us on any of the following platforms. I am your host, Christian Wulff. Good evening. And this evening we are produced by Mr. Dave Barton. Everybody, please give him a hand. Back there manning all the tech. One-man band. And as I do every week, I'm going to get us started because that's what I'm forced to do. I'm forced to warm us up for this great lineup of comedians that you see beside me. Here? Beside me. This side, I think. Yeah, I think I nailed it. So something I've grown to hate, I think I always have, but it's just become more prominent this year. Fucking hate internet fights. They're really petty. They're really stupid. They're not adult at all. It always starts off with just like basic insults like, no, fuck your perspective. Well, your idea is stupid. But then if it really strikes a nerve, it gets worse. These people will then dissect each person's argument, quoting each other back to each other after hours of internet research. That's fucked up. That doesn't happen in real life. You couldn't be in the moment in an argument like, well, you know what, Steve, Hold on, I gotta Google something real quick. Okay, so what was that thing you said about the polar bears? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Just a minute, god damn. Okay, so you can't do that in real life. It's pretty strange. But I actually I hate them though when they don't end in a disagreement. Like I actually want the two people arguing to never find a solution because it gets worse when they actually are like, well, while I concede to some of your points, good sir, I do think that I was right originally in this regard. And then the other person's like, oh, well, thank you. I do believe that you're a nice person, but deep down your values don't equal mine and we will still have this difference forever. Good day. No. I want scorched earth. I want friends from grade school blocking each other permanently. I want revenge Facebook photos posted in the comment feed. That's what I want. Yeah. Tonight we preach of scorched earth internet fights, guys. Very good. I was on my commute in LA.
Boo.
Yeah, if you're watching from not LA, go into your room, just any room really, doesn't have to be your room. Go into a room and take your head and bang it against the wall repeatedly for an hour. Then you'll get a slight semblance of what it's like to commute in LA. But I had a little bit of entertainment. I saw a trike. I saw a 3-wheeled motorcycle. Just vroom, and the guy was very proud of himself. And I was like, I don't get why that exists. I understand how it works physically, but it's like a motorcycle, but with none of the coolness. It has the same potential death and like harmful bodily injuries, but none of the fun stuff. None of the cool. You for one, you can't zip through traffic with that. That's the whole fucking point of having one of those in LA, is to drive between cars. When you're a trike, you're basically a car. You're just missing one tire. Also, this will never occur. Hey, baby, get in the back of my trike. She will not jump on. So I get motorcycles. I'm gonna end on my confusion, guys. I don't have much tonight. I'm very sorry. Thank you for my time. We're gonna go to some actually great comedians this evening. Our first one's live here in our living room. So much like a regular open mic when I just call out a guy's name and he comes on stage. But after that, we're gonna have Skype comedians. So please stick around and please give a warm welcome to Mr. Frank Martin.
Hey. Oh God. Thanks for the microphone. You're welcome. Hey, gang.
Hey.
Hello. All 5 people in this room and all 25 in the back room.
Yeah.
And everyone watching at home. You guys are going to love it. You're going to laugh so hard. I promise you guys, they're going to be laughing really hard. My name is Frank Martin. I'm from the South. I went back home to the South recently. South's a little bit different. In the South, they're kind of like, abortion is murder! And I'm like, can I please just rent this library book? But I get that. Like I get it. Like I was thinking about if someone put a frozen pizza in the oven. Yes, frozen pizza. And then, like, it's supposed to bake for, like, 18 minutes, and then they pull it out after, like, 6 minutes. I'd be like, dude, fuck. Like, come on, you know? Like, a pizza's a pizza. Like, ultimately, kind of, that's a loss. So, I get it. In the South, let's talk politics. In the South, they got Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham. Y'all know Lindsey Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. In the South, they're kind of like misinformed. Like, they're told that Lindsey Graham is going to be the first female president. Then they found out that Lindsey Graham was actually a dude, and they got real upset. No, like, they went to all these, like, fucking, you know, beefy farmers. I'll call them farmers in the South. They went to the Capitol and they protested Lindsey Graham because they're like, don't think it should be allowed for senators to have gender neutral names. You know, they're out there with their sides like, hey, God made Adam and Eve, not fucking Alex and Taylor. Just trash out of here. Oh, okay. In the South, you guys at home, if wherever you are, you probably got good food. In the South, they got bad taste. This buddy of mine, he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you to this place. They got the best sandwiches. Literally these sandwiches like blow every other sandwich out of the water. And I go there and they're just submarine sandwiches. They're laughing really hard at home. I just know it. Oh, fuck. Anyone here Christian? I mean, other than Mr. Wulff. a lot of Christian churches in the South, and they all got church signs. Fucking great at marketing. And I was driving past one, and it said, "Lord, put your arm around my shoulder and your hand over my mouth."
Ooh.
Your arm around my shoulder and your hand over my mouth? Like, I think these churches are getting taken advantage of. Like, I don't know if they should be advertising that. Like, I know you should never blame the victim of date rape, but like fucking, I'm in the car, like, Jesus, take the wheel, then take me into the back seat. Lord, I'll be the lamb, you be the fraternity brother. I went to college in the South. I took women's studies, like women, women and gender studies. But it's different in the South. Like the final exams, like, how do you study women? A, with sociopolitical objective context. B, with skepticism and superstition. C, with a long, cold thermometer. Or D, the D. They're laughing so hard. I'm like tuned into the system here.
That online audience. I got it.
No, and the guys in the 25 in the back, kind of quiet too.
The mezzanine.
This place is 4 stories high. I swear, there's like a huge fucking ballroom. Everyone's really dressed up. So I was back home, and I did what I do in the South. Like I went to Walmart.
Woo!
For the chicks, you go Walmart for the chicks. Not a lot to do. You go Walmart for the chicks. I'm browsing around, whatever. There's no chicks at Walmart. And I see this dude, this redneck. He's got a shirt his shirt has a logo on it. The logo is in the design of Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Mad, but his shirt says Dad. And I see this guy. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Redneck at Walmart doesn't know how to spell the word dad. And it says, Dads Against Daughters Dating. Dads Against Daughters Dating. And then he's by himself, but then I see him later at the checkout line. And he's with his daughters. And these girls are like 1 and 4 years old.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're worried about these 1 and 4-year-old going on dating? And then I'm like, oh, of course not. Like, they're just not dating. They're fucking child brides. Like, this is like what we're talking about. I opened up my shirt. It said, Dad, dudes after discount dowries. Like, why do you think I'm at Walmart? Like, I'm trying to get 2 for sale, get them when they're young. Going to Walmart for the chicks. You guys, I can feel the laughter. So glad to see you through the internet. Christian, let's keep this show going, right?
Okay.
Thank you. We have Trevor Dean ready to go. Trevor Dean's in the room.
Oh, we got another comedian coming up on the Dope Phase open mic, live from Canada, Saskatchewan, Canada. I believe I'm saying all those things right. His name is Trevor Dean, and he runs a blog called The Stand Up Diary. Please hit him up there, and please give a warm Dope Fades welcome to Trevor, everybody!
Members of the Justice League or Batman.
Do I need to change the laptop to get the...
My
My bad.
Green Lantern.
Did you point at him?
Aquaman.
What? You're up, Trevor!
Woo!
Point at the camera. Point at the camera. Hear it?
All right, yay!
Yeah, Trevor.
All right. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad today because we have a grocery store chain called Sobeys.
and they used to be open 24/7, which was great for a guy like me that can't really get dates. It's true, it was great because it was less competition than the bar at 3 a.m. And the best part is the women there always talk to me first. But I have to admit that their pickup game was really weak. They'd be like, "Excuse me, sir. Did you find everything you were looking for today?" And I was like, "Actually, no. If you could find me a redhead about 5'8" with big tits and no kids, that would be great." And obviously, they never found me. You know what? The more you guys laugh, the more it hurts. So you guys are just, you guys are doing great. Thank you. I had one of.
Oh, I thought he had signed off. I thought he said, "You guys have been great. Thank you."
You getting back?
We're back in the room, Christian. We're back in the room. I'm so sorry.
Hey! Technical difficulty on Dope Phase? It never happens.
I'll just get him back. My bad. I got him. And
We're
back. Sorry about that.
We're going to blame a Skype connection. Please welcome back to the room Mr. Trevor Dean, everybody.
Yeah, Trev. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Trevor, you're live!
A double dose of Trevor Dean. Get used to it, ladies. I had one of these empowering talks with my dad, and my dad said to me, "Trevor, I've known you for most of your life." Yeah, most. And he said, "You will never change. I know who you really are." And I was like, "Oh, shit. How did he find out I was a pervert?" Oh, wait a minute. I must have forgot to delete the web browser history from my last visit to the house. Now I know what he means by going incognito. I'm okay with being a pervert, though. At least I'm not creepy. I have to admit, though, I have to stop seeing my shrink. She's making me go broke, not because of how much she charges for therapy, but to support her alcoholism. Yeah, apparently my mother isn't the only one who thinks I'm a handful. What can I say? I drive women to drink. Although I will admit, ladies, on a first date with me, I promise you will get the ultimate Canadian 5-star treatment. Expensive dinner, girly drinks, and the phone number to Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm just kidding. Why would I give my date the phone number to AA? When's the last time you heard a chick say this in rehab? "Hi everyone, my name is Mary and I can't stop drinking rum and coconut." So I was talking to the stripper once. Hey, it could happen. She once said, "I will do anything you want me to do. Anything you want me to do, I will do. You just name it." And I was like, "Well, I just spent my entire income tax refund on this last lap dance." So I told her, "Convince your boss that I'm normal enough to take you home." She looked at me and she's like, "Honey, that's impossible. They've already done a background check." I'll tell you one more thing here and then we'll get going, because apparently I have a pretend date. Because fiction's a lot better than reality in my head. according to what my therapist tells me. My dad has gotten into the habit of doing New Year's resolutions, and he does them with the intent of trying to help me. Like this year, my dad said, my New Year's resolution is to make you a man. Because apparently he figured that the lack of success in my life was because I'm not a man. So do you know what my dad decided to do to make Trevor a man? This here. You know what he wanted to do that would make me a man in his eyes? I needed a manly haircut. Yeah, apparently Jufro isn't very sexy. So he wanted me to go to this manly barber shop called, what the hell is it called now? Oh God, what the hell is it called? I can't remember. Tommy Guns. It's called Tommy Guns. There you go. So we went to Tommy Guns in the mall, and right before we go in, he stops me. And I'm thinking, oh great, this is going to be one of those empowering talks again. And my dad stops me, and he looks over in that direction, and he's like, look over there. I'm like, what's going on, Dad? And he says, well, look at that woman over there. Look at her. Look at the way she's dressed, and look at the way those guys are staring at her. She's standing up straight, her shoulders are back. That's a sign of good posture. That's a sign of confidence. Why can't you find a woman just like that to marry? And I said, Dad, that's a mannequin.
All right, that was Trevor Dean, everybody. Please give it up for Trevor. We gotta move right along. Our next comedian is a Dope Fade's favorite. He's right here in this very room. Please welcome the incomparable Craig Napoli.
Hey, this computer.
Oh,
Go.
okay. Round of applause for Dope Fades. Okay. ABC. It's easy as do, re, mi. So simple as 1, 2, 3. ABC. Do, re, mi. Baby, you and me, girl. Woo! I mean, he fucked kids, but it's catchy. That's a bummer, right? That he did that. That's a real letdown. And it's always that way when you learn about great people, right? Because when you learn about them at first, you learn about all the great things that they did. So you think they're great. But, of course, our heroes are humans, so they always have flaws. And I don't know. I just think that we should teach it the opposite way. The first thing you learn about your heroes is the worst shit, and then you learn the better shit later. Because the way it is now, it's like, Michael Jackson, he's the king of pop. And you're like, wow. But he fucked kids. And you're like, oh. But if they were like, Michael Jackson, he fucked kids. And you're like, Jesus. And they're like, but he was the king of pop. And you're like, oh, okay. It just, you remember the most recent. Anyway. It's weird to me that growing up at a certain age, your teeth just fall out of your head. You have like 100 bones in your body, but those are the only ones that just fall out of you at a certain age. I don't know. I mean, what if there's beings on other worlds and it's not that way? Like when they're 9, their right leg bone just falls out of them. And they find out about us and they're like, oh my God, they lose their teeth? Ugh, I have nightmares about that. What else? Where did the word booger or boogie come from? What is the origin story with that? I imagine it's like 2 cavemen sitting in a cave, and one guy's like, hey man, you got like a you know, you got one of those little, what are those called? It's like, it's not, you know, it's like a little booger. Yeah. Well, that's a little formal. I mean, because it's not, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just a little boogie. Yeah, okay, that's it. And then thousands of years later, they had to have the same conversation about disco. Like, man, listen to some funky music. It kind of makes me want to, like, you know, like, just, yeah, like, just, like, I don't know, just like boogie. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, let's boogie, baby. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Table that. Human beings, we communicate a lot. That's kind of core to our nature. We're always communicating, right? And something I think about a lot is like nonverbal communication. And I don't just mean like body language, and this is going to seem unrelated, but why does shit stink? Biologists will tell you that, I mean, it doesn't have to, right? There's plenty of things in the world that don't smell. It could be one of those things. Why is it one of the smelly things? Well, biologists will say that's because, you know, going back, right? Animals, they excrete to mark territory, to communicate messages about their health and their range and where they're eating and all this kind of thing, right? Which is crazy to me. I mean, that means that on some level your shits are communicating. That even when you're just sitting there totally silent on the toilet, there's still a sense in which your body's going, hey world, I'm shitting here. Thank you.
Hey world, I'm shitting here. Craig's merch will be available in the back, everybody, on the mezzanine level. He's got "Hey, I'm taking a shit here" shirts. He's got "Hey, I'm taking a shit here" hats. Please pick those up.
Hello? You see me?
We can. One moment, sir. We have another
Hello?
Skype comedian in the room. He is calling in from the far and distant
We
land
good?
of South Pasadena.
I want to see above his nose.
He is a screenwriter, a humorist, a cartoonist, and above all, a return comedian on Dope Fades. We're his biggest credit. We're gonna
We
say
good?
that. Please give it up for Jeff, everybody.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
We good? How's everybody? Doing all right? Dude, I don't know if I need headphones for this, but there's no feedback. So you guys can all see me in my my Rocco's Modern Life t-shirts. Dude, I don't know. I can't fit into the current trend of what's hip with people these days. Like, I went to this one concert where it was like super like hipster bands. And I was like seeing all these guys with like fedoras and those black rimmed glasses and like handlebar mustaches. I'm like, dude, why is our generation the one that bases the trend on looking like you have really shitty disguises? You know? Like, I can't get into that. Like, who am I anymore? It's weird. You guys all see the eclipse? Yeah? I mean, you don't really see it, but like, I think I have a theory. I think the eclipse is the sun's way of blocking Donald Trump from flying into it. That's what I think going into it. I feel like, I don't know. I've been in such a weird mood because I've been, you know, it's politics and stuff, and I've just been seeing everything in like this weird, like twisted scope. Like the other day, I saw this cartoon that was like, you know, the old age old, like where you're fishing and then they get a boot from the lake, you know. And I was like, dude, nobody puts a boot in a lake. Like, there's a dead body in that lake. There's no way there's no way. That's got to be it. And like, I can't think of anything else really. You know what? Oh man, I don't know. My wife and I are thinking about having kids. I'm thinking about shit. what to name our kids, and like we've been going through all these names, and for some reason, like I work with kids sometimes, and there's like, dude, like they have the weirdest names. Some of this new generation, like I met one kid named like Jazz. Her name was Jazz. And then this one kid, his name was Enzo. I was like, all right, like the Ferrari, that's weird. You have a really, and he had a little brother whose name was Axel. And I was like, that is really bizarre. So I was like, you know what? Coming up with names, and for some reason my mind went to like the litmus test is of if the name is like normal is if I could see it on the bottom of Buzz Lightyear's boots. Like, I don't know why that was. Well, like for some reason that movie just encapsulates like Americana for me. I don't know. And like so I think some names have a certain like flow. Like if, for example, I have a brother named Steven, and I can't get mad at him seriously, like, because I can't be like, hey, we're even. Steven. Oh, fuck. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's that rhyme there. It sucks. You gotta give your kid a name where someone can get mad at him. That's what he learns. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like it's weird that I don't know if I want to like homeschool my kid or what. Like, it's working around kids. I know that I don't want my kid to be around kids. Like, if kids are our most valuable asset, why leave them in the hands of other children? You know, that's weird, man. That's very weird. Like, I won't even let kids touch my phone. I'm not gonna let them touch my kid. Like, I don't know. Keep looking at my set list. I feel like maybe I should get like a pet to like try what it's gonna be like having a kid. Then I thought like only pet I would want is a pet rat, and then I'm equating my kid with a rat. Like what? Like I feel like that's how good of a parent you are is if you by what pet you would get to test out how to be a parent. Like I would get a rat just because I know that if I lost it, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's not going to know how to survive on his own. It's not like someone's going to see him and be like, oh no, it's a feral rat. I got to give him the animal shelter. What's weird about you know what I mean? Like you can do it. It's fine. It's both. Oh shit. What's weird about rats though is like, dude, like I don't know if like it's adorable or not. Like the level of cuteness I got is like 100% context. You know, like if you have a rat in a cage that's next to a wall, like all of a sudden is adorable. But if it's in that wall, then fucking kill it. You know what I mean? It's not that different. I've been I don't know. I just don't want to transfer my shitty habits to my kids. Like for example, I'm really bad with directions. Like I'm so bad. Like I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on my parents' block when I walk their dog. I don't pick up after my dog just so I know the way back home. You know, like my dog's gonna recognize this piece of poo and be like, oh, this is where we are. This is where we go. Anyway, you guys have been fun. That was cool to try some stuff out. I'm not gonna, but apartment's coming along nicely. Nice setup. Thank you. I'd like to be back again anytime. All right, signing out.
Yeah, keep it going for Jeff, everybody.
You got A-Rod coming up? Just give me 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes. Not that much.
Am I live?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said wait.
Oh, Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you're back on.
I'm sorry,
You've been
guys.
standing there like a still painting.
I've been standing still like a picture. We're a live video. We're gonna go to our final comedian of the evening, and he's normally appears here in person. So he's just being fucking lazy right now. Please give it up. I'm just kidding. That's the whole point of the show. You don't have to be here. We're the chillest open mic on the goddamn planet because you.
Not sure if anyone can hear me or see
You
me.
don't have to do any gas money. You don't have to pay for any drinks. And we can hear you, AJ. One moment, please. Give it up for Alex Rogers!
Woo! What's happening, people? Hello from the wildlife of intercommunications. As you can see, I'm decked out in my camo green with a nice accomplished side piece of the headphone. It's popular these days with the tech kids. I can hear my love and she can feel my heartbeat. Don't really know what he's going on about. Let's get on with the show. Hey guys, good to see you all, if not kind of a few miles away, all the way on the other side of town. It's been a rough week trying to get employed again. As you all know, I was recently expunged, emancipated from the medical marijuana scene. I had been part of a really good shop that then got totally crapped upon by corporate America. A corporate marijuana shop is like an orgy hosted by Puritans. It's like, you know, Prudence, Clarabelle, that's too much ankle you're showing here. A little too much neck now, come on. I tried being a barista for 2 days at a cafe. 2 days of me standing there going, I don't know what I'm doing, and no one here has the patience to show me. And it was just a constant. I like the idea of it. In fact, I realized every job, the idea of it is great if it were just kind of on your own time. It's like, what do you do? I make healthy juice drinks for the public, and I share my knowledge and my labor into making a coffee and or tea beverage to satisfy the soul at all times of the day. No, instead it's, come on, I need this faster, what are you doing, no, you don't cut it with that, don't put that right there, that's a health hazard, I need to do this right now, go. And when that's going on, you just have this little sound inside of you going, I once had dreams of being an actor, and then I had to live my life. Speaking of acting, I miss big characters who had to therefore be actors. Like, there seemed to be a time, like, sort of 40s and 50s where, like, big personalities, like, that's what you need if you're going to be an actor. And it must have been really weird for Marlon Brando and James Dean, those guys, to come along. And obviously they were very accepted because they changed acting, but it had to have been strange because it was a world of, now look here, see, I'm going to get you, Johnny, and I'm going to get that car too, and I'm going to chase you over here. Well, don't talk to me like that. I ain't just no spring chicken. I'm not just a dame. I'm also a reporter. You know, everyone's just like everyone had done like a quick line with a shot right before that of caffeine. They're just like, wow, here we go. It's time to act. And then, like, what do you think, Marlon? I think I just don't understand. How we're gonna catch the bad guy. What's the matter? You're getting a little bit slow there, Marlon. What's happening? Are you feeling a little bit down? Look, I'm just feeling the moment. Alright, guy, I don't know what to say about him. James Dean, come on, James Dean. We gotta go catch the bad guys, otherwise they're gonna get away from us, right, James Dean? Yeah, we gotta catch the bad guys. Yeah. So how that caught on is just amazing. How they weren't just like, you know, there's this terrible new form of acting that's slowing the whole thing down. No, everyone wanted to be that after that. And now it's all mumblers. I'm so sick of, like, so many movies come out now where people are just like, this is like what life has to offer now. People are like, hey, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go and like go to the party and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. And are you still seeing Clarissa? Yeah. It's pretty good, but probably gonna break up with her. And like, this is what we have to aspire to now. These mumblers, people are like, oh, it's so brilliant how they do nothing, and I can't understand what he's saying. It's amazing. I was speaking of mumbling. You get 2 strikes, and then you're out with when you don't hear people. It's like someone goes, "Hey, I'm sorry, what's that?" We're still okay. Then it's, I'm sorry, can you say it one more time? Now, if we don't hear it a third time, it's going to get very, very awkward. So when that person, so when you're like, I'm really sorry to do this, but I need your diction skills to improve. I want to see a magician on stage who actually has the magical powers. He's not like, he's not a sleight of hand trickster. He actually can molecularly change things with his skills, but it takes so much out of him, and he really understands the responsibility of magic that there's just no showmanship to him whatsoever. Like, he's got the top hat, he even has the makeup, the cape, but he's like, now, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to saw a girl in half. And he also has to be overly PC conscious too. It's like, and I don't know why it has to be a girl, ladies and gentlemen. A guy would do well as well, but I guess a girl calls for that sort of Hitchcockian sexuality, in which if you aggress upon a woman, you have a sense of romance. But I'm going to saw her in half, and I'm going to somehow hold her body from bleeding out. I hope it works this time. Like that, the rabbit coming out of the hat. Like, I'm about to bring out a living animal from this hat, and I promise you that the animal wasn't harmed when I was bringing it out. This hat. Let me get to it. And I don't really. It doesn't really go on from there. I just have this really awkward magician awkwardly performing, and it got the right response. Lastly, too bad President didn't stare into that eclipse long enough, right? You saw the pictures where he's all... And his family did the right thing with their glasses. And I thought it'd be amazing if Trump just is like, I'll tell you when I'll look at the sun and when I won't, all right? And he does it anyway, and he stares into it, and he loses his eyesight. And as a result, his third eye finally gets woke. And he's just there, and he's like, I was blind, and now I can see. I understand that my ego had become inflated, and I believed that everyone should adhere to my narcissistic viewpoint. Viewpoint, you get it? Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Alex Rogers, everybody.
How do
Keep it
I
going
turn
fast,
this
everybody.
thing off?
And all of tonight's great comedians, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going. And don't forget, the 25 in the back, merchandise is available on the mezzanine level. We have Frank's. I go to Walmart for the chicks hats. Katie's got merch back there too. She didn't even perform. She's got merch. Craig, we all know about your merch. We don't even go into it. You got the I'm taking a shit right now book sticker. It's just for books. Don't ask me what a book sticker is or why they're popular with millennials. We have ebooks. I don't. All right, we riffed until it died. Guys, that's the end of Dope Fades. I'm your host, Christian Wulff. We were produced this evening by Dave Barton, everybody. And I think we should give a shout out to Andrew McWhorter. He's not here. Hi, I hope you're watching. And if you want to get involved, please reach out. We have a Google form. Hit us up. We'll send it to you. Sign-ups are available. We're going to be live again next Thursday at 9 o'clock on the 31st. We've been Dope Fades. Good night.
Great show.
No.